We are back for another episode of the Morning Huddle with me, Richard, and
me, Sam.
And we are also wanting to take this time to mention something.
Yes, so you may have noticed we launched an all-new communication platform called Crew, and we are so excited for you guys to join us on the platform, start engaging with us. There's so many opportunities to chat with your coworkers, to encourage each other, celebrate each other's successes and wins. So we're so excited about it. And if you haven't downloaded the app, we just want to encourage you to reach out to your manager and go ahead and get on the platform because you will have FOMO if you're not on it.
That's right.
Okay.
Let's do it.
Is that our only announcement?
I think so.
Okay. All right. We're jumping in.
All right, July 24th through 30th, brand new week. And what is our weekly lesson?
Part 2.
Oh, part 2 of Kung Fu. All right, quick recap because we're trying to keep this quick. Number 1, 7 parts of Kung Fu recovery.
Yes.
Step 1, never downplay a complaint.
Right.
If you get a complaint, own it is part 2. And part 3 is don't say they or them. Don't refer to anybody else. Take the ownership. All right. Number 4, ask for forgiveness.
Ooh.
So part 4 is go ahead and say it. Please forgive me. I'm sorry. And take the ownership for the me. I want to be forgiven. I am sorry that this happened. I apologize that went into it. When we had a whole another episode specifically about the taking the ownership of it. But when we take the ownership of the thing, they're far more likely to forgive you.
Yeah.
They're not going to hit you. They may be a little upset, but most likely when we are willing to take the ownership of it ourselves and ask for forgiveness, they will forgive you.
Yeah, I think people don't love it when we pass the blame. So owning it means a lot.
Yeah, and speaking of don't pass the blame, number 5, don't appeal to the policy manual. Our guidelines, our policy, it is what we say. Nobody cares. They don't care what is in your rule book. They don't care about that because it doesn't matter. And I always say, if you are falling back onto it is our policy or it is what you were telling them is, I don't even agree with it. I'm just following a rule book.
Right.
If there's a reason that we do something, then that's what we explain. We don't say our policy. We don't say whatever. And if at the end of the day, you feel like you're doing something because it is the policy to do it that way and you don't believe the reasoning, then maybe we need to revisit why we're doing that.
Yeah, I think maybe in that circumstance, you ask your leader to give you a little context about the why behind the reason of making those types of decisions.
Absolutely. Number 6, don't try to parade your expertise.
Ooh.
Yeah, falling into that mode of just, you are the expert at this. I know so much more. And sometimes we even slip into, maybe assuming that they don't know as much of it. When you stay in hotels, these authorizations that are on your account, it really belittles the person you're talking to when you try to act like you know so much more about the system because you're positioned. Even if you do, when you fall back onto that, and again, falling into I'm the expert in this area and less on what is going on in this specific situation, you lose your audience. It seems more like you don't care about what's going on. You're just falling into this is how it always goes kind of thing.
Yeah, little humility goes a long way.
Absolutely. And then finally, part 7, don't assume the complainer wants money. So very often when somebody is bringing something to your attention, despite your experiences, they really are just wanting to bring something to your attention. That doesn't mean that we don't take care of them ultimately, but when we focus strictly on that compensation line, we really never recovered from the service in the first place. That's why it's very important to start with making sure that we're listening to them and empathizing and apologizing for the situation even before we get into the actual compensation piece of it. Because if your default is to throwing into the compensation, while that does make it right, air quoting, make it right with from a compensation standpoint, you really didn't even show that you cared for anything. So don't assume that's what they're looking for, and don't let that be your immediate default.
Okay.
I think that's it.
That's all 7. Is that the last of Mr. Schultze?
No, we got like
I'm-
90 more lessons from him.
I'm sure we'll keep bringing him up. But now we're going to move on to birthdays. All right, we got a whole host of birthdays, but just one sheet today.
Oh, well, happy birthday, one cheaters.
July 24th through the 30th. Happy birthday, guys.
All right. And next up, we got some anniversaries. Got some lots of anniversaries. Thank you guys for spending so much time with us. And we got a few milestones. Want to read off some milestones?
Sure. I will start with Miss Q at the Spring Hill Suites Newtown. Not a milestone, but a big number with 12 years of service.
Yes.
So thank you so much, Q. You are an invaluable member of our team.
Yes, and I did want to give a special shout out to Robert Rappaport with 25 years.
Wow.
That's a lot.
Quarter of a century.
Good math.
Probably longer than some of our associates have been alive.
Yes, that is a true fact.
Okay, and then last, Mr. Scott
Oh, Scott, yes, 5
Scott
years.
has been with us for 5 years, so that's another big
Seems
milestone.
like just yesterday. And I did want to recognize Cheryl Mathis with her
Mhm.
12 years as well. Thank you so much for all your service. And thank you, everybody, for spending another year with us.
Yep, okay. And now the moment we've all been waiting for. I'm sure you're wondering, is Richard going to rap again?
No.
No?
We're just going to do this the traditional way if I just read it to you.
Womp womp.
Just kidding. So this time, because I want to be fresh every time, this is going to be done in the form of a nursery rhyme.
Okay.
So first off, let's make this not about me for just a moment. We did want to celebrate Ling Ling from Fairfield in Williamsburg, who was nominated by her general manager, Kathy Patton, for that excellent service. So obviously you can see the original on the screen of the great words. We have turned this into a nursery rhyme for you.
Okay, we're ready for it.
I don't know what voice or tone to do this in, so bear with me.
Okay.
In Fairfield town, there's a star so bright, Ling, the player of the week, shining with might. She rises at 5:30 with a smile so sweet, prepares breakfast delights, guests eager to meet. With apron and grace, she welcomes each face, a tremendous asset, her warmth we embrace. In the breakfast area, she's a true delight. Guests rave about her, their hearts take flight. Friendly and accommodating, she's the best, a kind spirit above all the rest. She goes the extra mile, so gladly it seems, cooking special sandwiches, fulfilling their dreams. Ling, the star player, we celebrate this day. For her dedication and kindness, we proudly say, in Fairfield's team, she's a gem so rare, a nursery rhyme of her, we all declare.
Wow. I almost fell asleep.
Oh, we'll play that back.
It was such a nice, pleasant voice.
Well, that's what I'm here for. So if you guys are still awake, enjoy your week. If you're not, enjoy your nap.
And congratulations again, Ling Ling. We are so thankful for you.
Yes, thank you. And keep those nominations coming. Thank you, Kathy. Thank you, Ling Ling, for all the hard work. And keep those nominations coming so we can get it. What do you win again?
You win a $50 gift card.
All right, that should be coming at you sometime this week.
Okay.
All
Hey,
right.
you guys have a great week.
Thank you. Is that
Thank
it?
you. Yeah, that's it. Oh, do you want to say it?
Lean in.
And get better together.